Hello, my friend. This is Victor Pacini, and welcome to the Be Seen and Heard Journey.
Videos and audios that will empower
you. Hey, it's Victor. Welcome to another Be Seen and Heard Journey. Thank you so much for being here with me today, whether you're watching this or reading this or listening to this. I'm just grateful. I really want to talk today about a couple of things. First of all, it has been my privilege and my honor to be able to make an impact in schools all over the country with a curriculum that I created that helps children to be seen and heard, specifically in the topic of sexual abuse awareness and prevention. And what I love about the curriculum is that it not only empowers kids that are going through abuse and finally realize that they don't have to be silent, it's also helping kids that are keeping things that maybe are not abuse related, but things that are hurting them, things that are keeping them from their true potential of learning math and learning science and focusing on what's important to them. Two stories I want to share with you today. One day I was at a school talking to kids, specifically a fifth grade group of kids. And I always tell kids to have trusted heroes. And I had given out one of my bookmarks that allowed them to get a copy of my book. And I'll never forget, the next day, I received an email from a fifth grader. She literally went into the computer, went to my website, found my email, and she emailed me. And she said this. She said, "Victor, I want to thank you for being my trusted hero. Because before yesterday, I was keeping a secret. And because you came to my school, I now have to go tell my parents that I have been sexually abused. Thank you. Please write back." And before I did write back, and it gives me goosebumps, I did reach out to the school district and they gave me permission to write back to this young lady because I need to let them know what was going on, of course. So I emailed her back and I said, "Listen, thank you for being so courageous. Thank you for being so strong. And I know it's not easy, but I know now you're going to get the help you deserve so that you can be better than you were the day before and be happier than you were the day before." And that's one story. Here's another story. I was recently in California. I had hundreds of kids in the audience. And a girl at the end of the program, she raised her hand. We were doing Q&A. And she said, "Victor, I have a question." She said, "What happens if it's someone in your family that's abusing you? What do you do?" And to me, right away, I knew something was up. Someone doesn't just ask that question. And I gave her an answer. I said, "Well, I believe you need to go tell somebody and you need to share it." And I really get specific and I say, I wouldn't tell necessarily someone else in your family at first. I would go tell a neutral person, someone at school, because the people trained at school are there to believe you. They're not there to not believe you or to question you. They're there to help you. So they're not going to prejudge. So that was my recommendation to her. And then I wanted to make sure that she was still around after the presentation was over because I wanted to talk to her because I felt something was up. So she came over to me and I said, "Are you connecting to my story today?" And tears started to come down her face and she said, "Yes." She said, "My father." And it was a horrible moment for me because it's just a horrible thing, right? But I know now she's going to get the help she needs. And as soon as she was talking to me, a counselor came right off to the side and took her to the side, and the steps were taken to get her out of that home. And so this week's episode is really about the effects, the positive effects of this very important curriculum. This, first of all, it starts with Erin's law. Obviously, you got to give credit to Erin for having the courage to get this law passed. But then you got to take action and you got to get into those schools and you got to teach. You have to empower these kids to be seen and heard. And so again, I don't take credit for kids coming forward. I put the information out and I do it in a way that I know that if I was sitting in that audience and getting that message when I was their age, I know it would have resonated with me. So that's my goal every time I present. And so let that message, that curriculum, be the vehicle, right, that student can catch and say, you know what, I get it, I understand it, I'm connecting, I need to talk to somebody. So again, it's an honor and a privilege that you're watching this today or listening to it. Please share this with your family and friends, and remember, you have the right to be seen and heard. Have a great week. Hey, my friend, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Be Seen and Heard Journey. If you'd like to follow me, please go to youtube.com/Victor Pacini or instagram.com/Childhood Victories, or head over to facebook.com/Childhood Victories, or visit my website, victorpacini.com. Please share this with your friends and family, and until next time, be seen and heard.